The galactic arena's holographic scoreboard blazed with cyan light as Squad Vex 9 dominated their opponents. Commander Zelthar's mandibles clicked in satisfaction. His team, composed of the galaxy's finest warriors from 6 different species, had decimated 43 opposing squads in the past 6 rotations. They were unstoppable. "Another easy victory," hissed Sierra, the reptilian sharpshooter, her scales shimmering with smug satisfaction. "These weaklings bore me." The arena was a massive sphere, 2 kilometers in diameter, filled with floating platforms, gravity wells, and environmental hazards designed to test even the most elite combatants. Squad Vex 9 had learned to exploit every advantage, moving with practiced precision through the deadly obstacles. Then the alarm chimed. A new competitor had entered. "Single combatant detected," announced the arena's AI. "Species, human. Designation, Honey 7734. Origin, Earth Class 12 Deathworld." Zelthar's 4 eyes widened. A Deathworld creature. He'd heard rumors about Earth, whispers in the darker corners of the galaxy about a planet so hostile that its inhabitants evolved to be nearly unkillable. But surely those were exaggerations. One human, Braxton, their heavy weapons specialist, laughed, a sound like grinding rocks. "This will be over in moments." They couldn't have been more wrong. Honey didn't enter the arena through the standard teleportation pads. She simply appeared on a platform 500 meters above the combat zone, having bypassed every safety protocol. Her blonde hair was tied back in a practical ponytail, and she wore what appeared to be standard Earth athletic wear, compression pants and a fitted tank top, rather than proper combat armor. Harry's voice crackled through her earpiece from the observation deck. "Honey, you've got 6 hostiles below. They're professional arena fighters ranked in the top percentile. Maybe take this one seriously." "Seriously?" Honey grinned, stretching her arms above her head. "Harry, I literally just finished a morning jog. I'm barely warmed up." "A morning jog on a space station with triple Earth gravity," Harry reminded her. "Normal people would call that torture." "Normal people are boring," Honey replied, and then she jumped. She didn't climb down. She didn't use a grav assist device. She simply stepped off the platform and fell. 500 meters. Squad Vex 9 watched in stunned silence as the human plummeted toward the arena floor, wind whipping past her body. Surely she would activate some kind of safety device, deploy wings, something. Honey hit the ground with a thunderous impact that cracked the reinforced flooring. The shockwave knocked Sierra off her perch. When the dust cleared, Honey stood in a crater of her own making, completely unharmed, casually brushing debris from her shoulders. "Impossible," Zelthar breathed. "Nothing survives that fall without." He didn't finish the sentence. Honey was already moving. What happened next would be analyzed in military academies for years to come. What Squad Vex 9 experienced in real time felt less like combat and more like being caught in a natural disaster. Honey crossed the 100 meters to their position in 4.3 seconds, not running at peak speed, just jogging. The ground cracked beneath each footfall. Braxton, the heavy weapons specialist, fired his plasma cannon, a weapon designed to punch through starship hulls. Honey ducked under the blast without breaking stride, the superheated plasma singing her ponytail. Before Braxton could recalibrate, she was in front of him. She didn't draw a weapon. She simply punched him in his reinforced chest plate. The sound was like a bomb detonating. Braxton, all 400 kilograms of rock-dense muscle and armor, flew backward through 3 platforms before crashing into the arena wall, unconscious. "One down," Honey said cheerfully. Sierra fired from elevated position, her energy rifle set to maximum lethality. Honey caught the first bolt on her forearm. It should have vaporized flesh. Instead, it left a minor burn that was already healing. The second and third bolts Honey simply dodged, her human reflexes, evolved from a million years of avoiding predators on a Deathworld, making her nearly impossible to track. "Harry, these guns tickle," Honey commented, leaping 30 meters straight up to Sierra's platform. "Do they make stronger ones?" "Honey, that's a Class 7 energy weapon," Harry replied, his voice strained. "It's illegal in 14 systems." Disappointing." Sierra tried to flee. Honey grabbed her tail, gently by her standards, and tossed the reptilian toward a safety net. Sierra would survive, but she'd be unconscious for hours. 2 down. Zelthar activated his squad's emergency protocol. The remaining 4 fighters deployed micromissiles, gravity bombs, and neural disruptors simultaneously, enough firepower to level a city block. Honey ran through it all. The missiles she outran, her human cardiovascular system, designed to pursue prey across endless savannas, operating at barely 60% capacity. The gravity bombs she tanked, her skeletal structure evolved to support bipedal movement on a high-gravity world laughing at the artificial fields. The neural disruptors she ignored, her Deathworld-evolved brain operating on redundancies and chemical backups that alien technology couldn't comprehend. She appeared in front of Zelthar like a ghost. "You're the leader," Honey observed. "You know, on Earth we have this thing called chess. Sometimes you just target the king." Zelthar swung his vibroblade, a weapon that could cut through starship doors. Honey caught it between her palms, the molecular edge unable to penetrate skin that had evolved to resist everything from tropical parasites to cosmic radiation. "Interesting weapon," she said, twisting it gently. The blade shattered. "Not great quality, though." She flicked Zelthar's forehead, barely a tap by human standards. The commander crumpled. The remaining 3 fighters surrendered immediately. "Smart choice," Honey said, helping one of them to his feet. "You guys fought well. Good tactics, solid teamwork. You'd probably dominate against anyone who wasn't from a Class 12 Deathworld." In the observation deck, Harry watched the arena's medical teams rush in to treat Squad Vex 9. Around him, hundreds of alien spectators sat in shocked silence. "Attention competitors," the arena AI announced, its synthesized voice containing what might have been electronic bewilderment. "Victory, Honey 7734. Time elapsed, 47 seconds. New arena record." The silence broke. The crowd erupted, half in cheers, half in terrified realization of what humanity represented. Harry pinched the bridge of his nose. When the Galactic Council had first contacted Earth, they'd been so excited to meet a primitive species that might need uplifting. They'd offered humanity a place in their arena tournaments as a gesture of goodwill, assuming humans would need years of training to compete. Honey had signed up the next day, as a joke. She'd won 47 consecutive matches in 3 weeks, without weapons, without armor, often without paying attention. "Harry," Honey's voice came through the comm, bright and cheerful. "Did you see that? That commander guy had excellent form. I barely had to hold back." "You destroyed the most elite squad in the galaxy in under a minute," Harry replied flatly. "Yeah, but I didn't kill anyone, see? I'm learning restraint." Harry sighed. The Galactic Council had convened an emergency session to discuss the human problem. Half wanted to quarantine Earth immediately. The other half wanted to recruit humans for their militaries, not understanding that what made Honey terrifying wasn't training or technology. It was simply what evolution on a Deathworld created. Earth, with its crushing gravity, its oxygen-rich atmosphere that was literally poisonous to most species, its temperature extremes, its predators, its diseases, its natural disasters. Earth built humans the way a forge built steel, through endless, merciless pressure. And Honey wasn't even a soldier. She was a fitness instructor from Colorado. "All right," Honey said, stretching as she walked toward the exit. "What's next? Is there a harder difficulty setting?" The crowd parted before her like water. species who had conquered stars and built empires stepping back from this small human female who could destroy them all without breaking a sweat. "Honey," Harry said carefully, "the council wants to meet with you. They have concerns." "Concerns about what?" "About what happens when more humans start competing." Honey laughed. "Harry, I keep telling them I'm not even that impressive back home. You should see Olympic athletes, or literally any Marine, or my grandmother, honestly. She does CrossFit." The observation deck went silent again. Someone fainted. Harry closed his eyes. First contact with alien civilizations, and humanity's ambassador was a Deathworld girl who thought interstellar combat tournaments were a light workout. "Just," Harry sighed, "maybe slow down a little. You're terrifying entire civilizations." "I am slowing down," Honey protested. "I could have finished in 20 seconds, but I wanted to appreciate their technique." As Honey left the arena, medical teams still tending to the unconscious Squad Vex 9, the galactic arena's betting pools crashed. Every professional fighter in the galaxy suddenly had to reconsider their career choices. And somewhere in the darkness of space, the Galactic Council scrambled to rewrite every military doctrine they'd ever written. Because humanity hadn't arrived at the galactic stage with advanced weapons or superior technology. They'd arrived with something far more terrifying: evolution forged in the crucible of Earth, a Class 12 Deathworld that built creatures who considered exploding missiles and energy weapons minor inconveniences. The galaxy had been winning easily against every challenge it faced, until a Deathworld girl arrived without slowing down. And nothing would ever be the same.